And Nigeria's education sector is at the moment spoken of by many stakeholders as a haven for corruption, perpetuating a cycle of decay that has devastating consequences. The most worrying part, they say, is the proliferation of cybercrime, commonly referred to as Yahoo by many young people whose lives have been tampered with by the nefarious activities of those who have had the responsibility of making wholesome decisions in the education sector. But we are now being joined by a public affairs analyst, Atiku Abubakar Isah, to have a look at the consistent retrogression and endemic corruption within our educational system and how the situation could be reversed. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on Newsday.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Well, it's unfortunate. The statistics say that back in 2019, 66 of educational allocated funds were stolen. It's very clear we have a problem within Nigeria with corruption and the way it seeps into our system. But how did we get here, especially within the education system?
Once again, thank you. The situation in the country at the moment as regards education is a pathetic one. This is because over the years, there has been neglect in the affairs of education in the country. And to worsen the situation, those who are to educate Nigerians are also found wanting. I think, in my own opinion, the words of the former President of the United States of America and the youngest president ever in the United States of America, Theodore Roosevelt, comes to mind. And I want to quote what he said. He said, to educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to the society. And that is what we have found in our dear country today.
Well, thank you for joining us this afternoon, Mr. Atiku Abubakar Isah. Now, I'd like to ask about the claims that there is endemic corruption when it comes to the leadership of our universities, and also about the recent, scandal that we're seeing coming out of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, one of the most prestigious in the country when it comes to their VC. Now, some people are claiming that the office of the VCs are being used as political compensation rather than going through the proper processes that are outlined in the university's constitutions and in our laws. So what do you have to say about that when it comes to university leadership, that we're seeing people use it for political compensation? Do you agree with that?
Yes, I quite agree with that, and it is a fact. With what not only at the university, it's all the universities in the country at the moment, and it seems that the professors and the senior lecturers of most Nigerian universities today are those that are very corrupt. And you can see that in all the universities, students pay tuition fee, the federal government pay the lecturers. Yet, most universities cannot account for all the monies they generate from students. Not only that, when you look at the lecturers, the two major vices that is about to destroy the entire country on the campuses of Nigerian universities today are the victimization of students and the sexual molestation of students. When you talk about the corruption, which most vice chancellors are found wanting, you can see that in most cases, after their tenure, they are always guests at the EFCC. But the most worrisome to me is sex for grade. And you have many lecturers that have been caught, and so many that are not being investigated. And on this, I want to call the attention of the Minister for Education, who is a nephrologist, that he must do something. Because if nothing is done, the country will not be able to produce other nephrologists again, because this is very serious. Sex for grade, victimization of students. You see, most institutions today are producing graduates that cannot in any way defend their certificates. And this is very worrisome. Something needs to be done. I want to cite a specific example. Though on a live television, I would not call names. But there is a lecturer at the Federal University, Lokoja, who is also vying for the position of Vice Chancellor now. He molested many students that so many of them could not even graduate. As a student activist,
Isah, thank you so much for that. We cannot we can't go on with that. These are unsubstantiated claims against an individual that might be known. But we do thank you for joining us this afternoon to discuss the education system and the rot within it. Thank you for joining us.